One's a former NFL star turned esports coach.
But I was getting the stink eye from my wife. She's like, what you doing? I'm like, nothing.
And one's a dad who can't stop playing Rocket League.
These kids these days, they're like, blah, 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 blah. We're used to jump and run.
Together, they welcome you to Ahman Green's Gamers Lounge.
Welcome to Ahman Green's Gamer Lounge. I'm your host, Ahman Green. I say try never to speak in third person. So welcome to my show. This is a fun getaway for one. So it's the ultimate destination for all things gaming. And if you're a gaming enthusiast like myself, you're going to have a great time. So we are getting into our weekly getaway to the latest news and video game updates, game releases, and in-depth discussion about some of the things that we're going to talk about here on Andor Season 2, Episode 9. Welcome to the Rebellion episode. Break that down and some of the fun game releases. Man, there was so many fun games to try to talk about. I can only talk about like 2 or 3. I can't talk about like the 20 that came out this week or 40, but it's some awesome games. So whether you're a casual gamer or a hardcore esports fan, Ahman Green's Gamers Lounge, my Gamers Lounge is the place for you and something for everyone. So grab your controller, settle in, and join us as we dive into the dynamic world of gaming. So checking in with everybody. How's everyone doing today? How's your Wednesday? It's hump day. How's your Wednesday going? Huh? Where you're at? Akido, you're on the road, headed back to jump on with me. How's the roads out there? I say Wisconsin, went to Green Bay, and now back into the Sheboygan area. Hey, y'all, we're streaming on LinkedIn right now. We're on YouTube. We're here on Twitch, and we're on X and then Instagram. So in all those places, ask questions, comment, get in here, get in the chat, and let's have a conversation. And appreciate everybody tuning in on those platforms, on Instagram, on YouTube, and on X and LinkedIn as well. Let me check and see who's in on YouTube. Shout out to Executive Global Tours, Tap File, B Dry 2K1, thank you. D Official, Randy C. Yancey, is that Yancey? Randy, is that Randy? My niece? I don't know, but thank you for jumping in. Craig Dunker and Chelsea Ring, how you doing? Joe is 2. He said my favorite running back. Rock your jersey all through school. Hey, man, appreciate it, Joe. The Official, one of the greatest cheeseheads. Shout out from South Texas. Thank you pretty much there. And then the coach, Dylan, how you doing? Said, what's up, bro? Want to help our girls flag football squad come in Green Bay or for flag regionals? Ooh. Says, want to help our girls flag squad come play in Green Bay for the regionals. Oh, it's the regionals up in Green Bay? Wow. I might have to try that out. Reach out to you. Send me, drop me your information in my DM on Instagram. Please do that. All right, let's head over to X. Is anybody on X right now dropping in messages? No, it's not. Let's go around. I tried to do Kick, but my Kick is just not acting right. Anybody on YouTube? Nope, nobody on YouTube. And LinkedIn. I don't know where the live area is at on LinkedIn. So I try to come on here. I'm on my LinkedIn account, but I don't see where the chat lives on LinkedIn. So that's all good. We're going to figure this out one day. I'll mess around with it more. So, man, good check-in. So last weekend, solid weekend of college football and NFL. Man, you got some good games back and forth in the NFL. Like some of the NFL games look like college games because watching the Dallas and Giants game, they were going back and forth. Dallas score, New York score. Dallas score, New York score, and I believe Dallas came up with the win. But Malik Neighbors is a beast. If you have him on fantasy football, you're definitely winning with him, win or lose in the terms of the team aspect. He is doing his thing. And then we watched Monday Night Football, the 2 Monday Night Football games. We had the Chargers and I'm not sure, not Chargers and Chiefs, but I know we had the Houston Texans and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That went down to the wire. It looked like Houston had it. And they're at home, and they were trying not to go 0-2. They unfortunately went 0-2. Tampa was able to drive the ball back into Texan territory and get the ball in the end zone. Baker Mayfield has some great targets, and Mike Evans and White out of the backfield, and solid tight end work. And so defense held strong, keep C.J. Stroud out of the end zone in terms of his offense. They got Nick Chubb, they got Nico Collins that are beast receiver. That's a beast receiver. They got a good tight end in Schultz as well, but just fell a little short. So my old teammate D'Amico Ryans, I know he could battle out. He understands where he is in terms of a team aspect, mentally, what they got to do to get out of that hole of being 0-2. It's still for first month of the season. We got more games coming down the line. We got a lot more games for the NFL. So that's one thing you can rest your laurels on, but you got to bounce back big and get a big victory for whoever they play next for the Texans. And my Green Bay Packers, man, they are rolling. Offense, defense, as we know, the whole inflection of the add-on to Micah Parsons coming to that defense and coming into that team, coming to that city has put Packer Nation on, Packer Nation has put everybody else on alert, but they have the whole state flying high because Michael Parsons became a game changer and has been doing things that other free agent surprise signings have done in the past. Reggie White, Charles Woodson coming in and making a difference right away. And so, maybe this is a year, maybe not, but we got to wait and see. We got to play the game. So they got Cleveland up next for the Packers. But then this weekend, I'm headed out to Nebraska to hang out with my old teammates, family, and friends, because we're getting honored. I'm getting honored for the 30th anniversary. Wow, 30 years. Whew. That means I was 18 years old 30 years ago, and I was a part of a national title team that beat Florida in the Tostitos Fiesta Bowl. And we're getting honored for that at a halftime of the Nebraska versus Michigan game, which is a big game now. It's a huge game because Michigan is not quite what they were a few years ago, but they're still a solid team. And then obviously we are not quite the team we were a few years ago because we're on the up and up. We're 2-0 or 3-0, I believe. Houston Christian, Akron, Cincinnati, I believe 3-0 or 4-0. Hold on, let me check the stats real quick on ESPN. But I'm pretty sure. I know we're undefeated. I know that much. But let's head over to scores. And let's head over to Big Ten. So Nebraska and Michigan, 2:30 on CBS. I'll be covering that game. I'll be doing the post-game, pre-game, and post-game. So tune in to CBS Sports early to watch me break down college football and this game right here, Nebraska versus Michigan. 3-0 headed into Big Ten play. So big game for both teams there. And I want to see the spread. The spread on this right here is Michigan is 2.5. I don't know. I think Big Blue is going to definitely get tested on the road coming to Lincoln. And it might not quite be blue when they come out of Lincoln. They might be more purple. A little red mixed with the blue turns to purple. That means they've been bruised up. So shout out to my Huskers. Go get those Wolverines. Don't be scared of that little rodent running around. All right, go get them. Shout out to Dylan, Coach Matt Rule and team, and the other coaches as well. So I've been wrapping up some RPG action on NIL TV. So Saturday Story Mode, I've been knocking out the Dark Ages on Saturday. What's up, Cowboy Natty? How you doing, man? Just hit your boy again, Akedo. Cool. You black and blue. Yes, indeed, black and blue. But I've been getting into the Doom, the Dark Ages on NIL TV esports. So if you're on YouTube, you're on LinkedIn, you're on Twitch, you're on X. If you haven't chimed into and on Instagram, if you haven't chimed into what I'm doing, please go over to NIL TV esports and follow. And eventually we'll be able to get subs too. So we're not quite there. So please follow. Go to NIL TV and also go to AhmanGreenTV. I have 2 Twitch channels that I'm growing right now. 2, not 4. 2 that I'm growing. So please go support my Twitch channels. I'm on there. Got my little network growing of friends online, and we're always gaming. And if you are a gamer, you can join in me. I welcome in people in the chat to come play. If you have Call of Duty, if you have Madden, you got College Football 26, Madden 26. If you got old stuff, you got Halo, Infinite, ODST, whatever. We're going to get in October. We're going to start playing some horror games because that's like my favorite month of the year, where I could be 10 years old again and every day is a horror show. because I just love horror movies, vampire, sci-fi, paranormal, sitcom, or I say comedy, drama, horror, whatever you got. I love it. So join me. Like I said, check out the schedule on NIL TV Esports and on Ahman Green TV. Go to the schedule on my Twitch, and you can see what my streams are every day. I use that. A lot of streamers don't use the schedule area in their Twitch account. I do. So you, as fans that want to follow and want to see what I'm doing and want to hang out, have a conversation, ask me questions about football, baseball, basketball, video games. I'm a coach. I train and I teach young people how to play video games from a fundamental standpoint. So hit me up with any questions. I love answering questions. So, all right. And so I'm also headed into my 4th week. I'm doing the cleanse, a health cleanse. I'm 48 years old now. I'm old. So I want to make sure my body is still functioning. So I'm just wrapping up this 4th week of my cleanse, and it's going pretty good. A lot of veggies, obviously, a lot of water, and a lot of fruits and vegetables. No meat at all. It's been interesting on that standpoint, and just interesting of learning how my body is reacting to everything. And it's reacting really good. So let me hit that. Get the water in me. And shout out to Akado. Yes. Went to see The Conjuring last night. Oh, awesomeness. I'm biased to horror movies. I just like horror movies in general because I was thrown to the fire when I was like 2 years old with my brothers and sisters. Love them to death, but when they were teenagers babysitting me, they weren't. I tell you, they were good. I was safe, but they would throw me on the couch and play, or not play, go do their things, and they'll throw me on the couch and say, "Hey, you gotta watch this movie." And that guy on the TV, he's gonna get you if you move from this couch. So it was Friday the 13th, Part 2, and I was like 3 years old, and I was like, "Uh-oh, I don't want Jason to get me, so I'm gonna stay on this couch." So I'm sitting there putrefied and terrified, but it broke me into horror movies. So October is right around the corner, and that's my plan for Ahman Green TV, is to play a little bit more of the games I love to play, like horror games and RPGs. If we gotta throw in some co-op RPG games, we're going to welcome that. And here on NIL TV Esports, we're going to be playing obviously more of the competitive games, fighting games, Street Fighter, Guilty Gear, Tekken 8, Brawlhalla, Super Smash Brothers, Call of Duty, Halo Infinite, Madden, 2K, FC, NHL, MLB The Show. Shoot, we're gonna play some. We're gonna get some tennis up in this piece too. So those are the new things, ideas I'm gonna be doing between NIL TV Sports and on Ahman Green TV, Ahman Green TV. So please join in. I love to play with the chat. That means come into my stream, give me your gamer tag, and we're gonna jump in the lobby together. So on that note, we're headed to talk about. I say one of my sponsors of this show is going to talk to you guys about their stuff, their products. Slide Drinks coming right at you. Let me get to it. Where is it? I got commercials on this thing, right? All right. See you in a few seconds. Bye. Whether you're deep in the digital world or out exploring the great outdoors, Slide Drink keeps the good times rolling. So power up your play with Slide Boost for energy, Slide Chill to relax, and Slide Dream to recover. No matter where your adventures take you, explore with Slide. Refresh, recharge, and repeat. Sounds so good. My favorite flavor is the mango. Mango is delicioso, as they say. Very delicious. And then they got vanilla and I think dream. They have a couple of them. So let me give the audio here too for this segment here. Is Quick Hit News Bites coming at you. Oh man. Somebody just got beat up. So speaking of beating up, we got the Overwatch 2 begins its anniversary event, fan favorite game modes and legendary awards going on. So we got, it's unbelievable that Overwatch 2 Overwatch has been out this long. I think it's almost 10 years now. If not, it is 10 years. It's close to it. And so has an official kickoff, its 3rd anniversary event with the return game modes like Overwatch Classic, Mirror Match, and April Fools. And April Fools is funny because the different your operators got different costumes. So also you add to that plus a bunch of incredible legendary awards. So the legendary awards, something I have to tell my players, and my man, shout out to Akato, love him to death, but it does not help you play better. It just makes you look good. You know, I think somebody said that if you play good, you look good. He coaches at Colorado. So there you go. So with free epic play, legendary loot boxes, a life weaver skin, and even more mystic prisms up for grabs. So fans, you want to wait, or so you won't have to wait to miss out on the limited time of Overwatch 2 celebration coming up. It's on October, or no, go back on October 4th, 2022. Overwatch 2 officially took place in its predecessor as Blizzard's hero shooter. In the 3 years since then, Overwatch 2 has released 18 seasons full of collaboration events, limited game modes, and major changes to the game formula. So thought it had a rocky start in the beginning. I know the exception, I'll say what's the word I'm looking for? The welcoming of fans to play Overwatch 2. Obviously, any new iteration of a game, I don't care if it's sports games, I don't care if it's fighting games or the popular RPGs from Grand Theft Auto to Hitman to Overwatch. When something's new, a lot of people are going to not jump on the boat right away. So Blizzard and any big business knows this. So the fans, they're comfortable to see what they see, right? The game that's Overwatch 1, and the format is, at that time, I believe it was 6v6, and now it's 5v5. So that was a big overhaul, and a lot of people didn't like that. But as a business and a company, we'll talk about this later here in Hittin News Bytes, that's how you find out feedback. You find out how you're going to get better and adjust and pivot during those times. So during the 3 years, Overwatch has, like I said, 18 full seasons, limited game modes, and major changes. Thought, that rocky start, but last year had seen some historic high notes for the FPS shooter. So Overwatch already teasing big plans for 2026. So Overwatch 2 anniversary 2025 event details. Here they go. These are the dirty deets. So Blizzard is celebrating third year, like mentioned, by harkening back to some of the highlights of its lifespan. From now through October 12th of this year, a different popular game mode from the last year's will return each week. So you got Prop Hunt. That's also in Call of Duty. Mirror Match, April Fool's 2025, the Junkenstein Laboratory. So a different Overwatch Classic rematch every week. Reroll set will also be available for these different periods with the 2016, 2017, 2018, and 2020 versions scheduled during this 4-week event as well. So this event, if you look at the calendar here, let me go down to the calendar. You can see what has already begun. So it begun just a day ago. So yesterday was the Prop Hunt, and Prop Hunt will go from yesterday, September 16th, all the way to next Tuesday, September 22nd. And you get an epic loot box, one legendary loot box from that standpoint. And then the next day, September 23rd, mirror match to the 29th. That started back in 2017, epic loot box, and so on and so forth. And then September 30th, April Fools, and then on down to the Junkenstein Laboratory, people. So big fun there in your favorite shooter, team shooter, that you got to know where your tank and where your healer's at. If you don't know where the healer's at, you're beat up. We got Akato in the chat. It says, I'll show you the full power of cosmetics. No, Akato, you can't talk me into that. It just looks good. You just look good in the Hyper X or Power A skin for what's the tank I use on that game? Darn it. Can't think of his name, Tracer or whatever. So some fantastic rewards await gamers who complete event challenges each week. So throughout the whole celebration, players can earn 3 epic and legendary boxes and brand new Vampire. Oh, there you go. Vampire Regent Life Weaver legendary skin and a 20 mythic prisms. This currency is usually only available with the premium battle pass. So remember that, or the direct microtransaction. So making it the first time fans can collect mystic prisms in Overwatch 2 completely for FRE free. So there you go. So we are not, we're that not excited enough. This event started alongside the mid-season 18 update, as well as the Overwatch 2 Persona 5. Oh, wow. collabo event. Hey, I know a lot of Persona 5. Reinhardt, that's what I was trying to think of. Akido and Marvel Rivals. Huh? Marvel Rivals? What are you talking about, Marvel Rivals? So collaboration with Persona 5. So Akido, I know you're a big fan of Persona 5. So there you go. So players can enjoy a slew of balance adjustments, try Tracer out in the stadium game mode, and complete crossover events for challenges from Persona 5 themed rewards and Battle Pass XP, or purchase Phantom Thief skins for Hurang, Marcy, Genji, Lifeweaver, and Diva. All right, for the in-game store. So there you go. You get your cosmetics that don't help you out, but you look good. Let's get it. To add even more icing to the cake, Overwatch 2 has also begun a new Twitch drop campaign. So, hey, you know what? I'm gonna do that. I like to get into Twitch drops to celebrate season 18. So there you go. By watching up to 13 hours of Overwatch 2 content on Twitch, players can get adorable Wu-Rang cosmetics plus a normal epic loot box. So 3 awards are available now and will be up for grabs through October 8th. So fans should be sure to pick them up while you can. All right. That is going down for Overwatch. That is some fun stuff. Get your gear, get all nice and fancy schmancy, but you better make sure your target's on point, because it's not going to help you shoot better. Just letting you know. But you're going to look good. All right. Set it over to our next quick Hittin news bite. Here we got Borderlands. That man. What's the name of the dude in Borderlands that's like, oh, no. I didn't have this one. Sorry, not that one. Boom. Let me get out of there. Boom, 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 boom. This is my story. Oop, I got to reshare. I was in the wrong area. The wrong one. Boom. Here we go. All right. Hell is Us. Director calls Hollow Knight Silksong Shadow drop release date a little callous, and we'll fill in more context here in a second. Here, once we get, let me see here. There we go. Get set up here. So a little callous, huh? As they would say about the game that just came out last week. So the creative director of Hell is Us has opened up about how he felt to unexpected share of the release date. And this is where I mentioned before with Overwatch about business. Sometimes you got to pivot. Sometimes you got to do things a little different. All right. So up about how he felt about the unexpected share of the release date. So Hollow Knight Silksong came out, I believe, last week, calling the team's cherry last minute release as a little callous, so a little rough. So the Shadow drop announcement of Hollow Knight Silksong's release date was back on September 4th of this year, was a less than celebratory day for the developers of around 10 or other video games with existing marketing plans to launch all around the same time. But every week, as we know, on game releases, there's about 20 or 30 games, 50, almost, I'll say 48 weeks of the year, like between Christmas and New Year's. There's nothing going on around that time. And sometimes midsummer, it's like a dead spell when we got the big cons going on. That goes on during the summer, like San Diego Comic-Con, CEO fighting competition down in Orlando. Shout out to Jabali and his team down there that puts that on. So there's a law, right? Or when it's not a law, it's a big rush of games coming out. So as a company, if you're a big AAA company, or if you're an indie company, you got to find out, right? I'm pretty sure there's somebody in your office that does the research of saying, hey, this is a bad week because these games are already dropping. So you got to be smart. You got to be strategic. You got to be scientific. You got to get that little X-Acto knife and find out what's the better release time and day of the year, month of the year, what have you, if you have a game coming out. So that is what the director of this game, or the creative director of this game, is talking about. So as we can summarize this as the best of our ability, it impacted the release of a number of games like Demon School, Artria Lucis, if I'm saying that correct, Artera Lucid, Little Witch in the Woods, Culver Pit, Mega Bonk, Baby Steps, Phelan, Starbirds, and Moros Protocol, excuse me. Even Stomp and the Sword of the Miracles, an indie game with no release date plans anywhere in sight. So they have no plans. They say right now, they just like, we're just going to wait. So, and sometimes you might have to do that. So elect to delay its Kickstarter launch and demo release due to Sling's Silksong that just dropped. I think about a little bit over about 10, 12 days ago. So this is all part of business, unfortunately. When you have games, you're trying to get them out there, even big games. Madden comes out around the same time in a year, but there are, that is a juggernaut game, same like Call of Duty, Activision, juggernaut game. But you still got other things. You got movies coming out. You got other big AAA games or AA or indie games that's coming out. So you got to be conscious of that and just hope that you could take all the attention, basically. So now in the episode of Friends Per Second, as spotted this week in video games, Hell Is Us, Jonathan Jacques Balletti, I'm going to try to say that name, said of his team, Cherry, when you know you're that big, I think a shadow drop is a bit like, wow. So, saying that you're going to basically drop your game, but not a lot going on around it. So that is kind of, I think, what he's referencing to there. So as the GTA 6 of indies, to shadow drop something like this is a little callous. So that's what Jock says. While he admitted there was a flurry of emails and texts and messages back and forth between a lot of people, between us and our publisher, it was a real thing. We decided to keep the date, and I'm happy that we did. So you got to do that. You can't be afraid of doing that with your company when you're somebody like a video game company, even an indie company, small company. A lot of people don't know about, but you still got to go out there and make your splash. So I am thumbs up to Jocks and his team to say, you know what, we still gonna drop it out. We got all these other games coming out, so not so what, but that's competition, right? That's how you basically in a space where you show what you're about. You step up and play. So from that matter, more of this story. So we're still much bigger than some of the smaller ones. So this is Jock talking, the creative director or one of the representatives building out Silksong, who would have gotten a lot more effective with who decided to change their dates. Changing the date of Hell Is Us would have been a pretty big endeavor. So that would have pushed all that hard work down to basically no effort at all. And you don't want to do that. You put in the work, I say for me, put in the work, keep the release date the same, because you already did your job to get that game ready for the gamers like myself and everybody out there, people in the chat. You don't want that to affect the crowd moving forward, because they say, they'll say, oh, remember that one time when that game didn't come out and they got another game coming out? And I don't know. So you don't want that. You don't want to put that doubt out there in your fans' minds of your game. So if you want to go out to finish this article, you can head over to IGN.com. So good story there about a very good game, small indie game, but it can blow up. What's up, Torchy? A variable. How you doing? Doing well. I think we got one more story. I think I got one more. Oh yeah. This is from my guy. Akido, who's gonna be popping in here any minute. And you're gonna love this one. Boom. Got Demon Slayer. The new Demon Slayer is in the movie theaters, y'all. I don't know if you knew that, but if you're an anime fan, you definitely know this. So Anafi, as the title says, Anafi, let me talk. Slow down, AG. Demon Slayer Infinity Castle has broken even more box office records than was originally projected, and it might surpass Mugen Train as the highest grossing anime movie ever. That's a big headline right there. So after dominating the Japanese box office this summer, the first Demon Slayer Infinity Castle movie is also breaking records here in the United States right now. So with weekend projections at 70 million, the film is set to become the biggest ever domestic box office launch of any anime or international film in history. The new film has broken records set by Pokemon, the first movie, almost 30 years ago now. Wow. Again, I was 18 years old 30 years ago. Wow. And it has surpassed all previous other Demon Slayer movies, including the record-breaking Demon Slayer Kimetsu yo Yaba, if I'm saying that correctly, Yaba. The movie Mugen Train as well. So released in 2020, Mugen Train is currently the highest grossing anime movie of all time, nearly $500 million. But Infinity Castle might be still in the first place very soon. They are in the neighborhood of earnings of $353 million right now. And that is via Box Office Mojo there. So in Japan alone, Infinity Castle has already accumulated a series of box office records. It's the single highest opening day in the country's history, highest opening weekend, and has dethroned Hayao Miyazaki Oscar-winning gem Spirited Away. That is a fantastic movie. I have seen that. So wow. To become the second highest grossing movie in Japan, just behind Mugen Train. So that is saying a lot for Mugen Train, or saying a lot for Demon Slayer. Once I saw it was coming to theaters, I already knew in the back of my head, I want to go see this. And I believe my man Akido has seen the movie. He might be here real soon. He could talk about that a little bit, but oh man, the cartoon series, the TV series is unbelievable. I love it there. So I can't imagine what the movie does, and it's breaking all these records. So to the chat, Superfan 448 is quick making me feel old saying the first Pokemon turning 30. Hey, I can't help it, man. So like I said, we welcome our man into the show that knows a lot about Demon Slayer, and we got my Akido in the house. What's up, Akido? How you doing?
No, that movie was great, dude. Like, you'd have no idea.
Oh, I've been watching the TV series.
It was a great movie. I'm doing all right, Ahman. How are you?
I'm doing good. So I watched the TV series. So I was like, knew that when I saw it hit theaters, like I mentioned, this was going to be a pretty good movie, but I didn't know it was about to do this though. So pretty cool, hitting all those records there. So as I read on here real quick, an adaptation of the Infinity Castle arc from Kayo Ori Gatuton. I messed that up. I know I did. Manga. The film continues the story after Demon Slayer season 4, following Tanoru Kamado, the godly Hashira. I'm doing my best here. The rest of the Hashira. I was close.
Tanjiro Kamado.
Hashira. I was there. All right. And the rest of the Demon Slayer corps as they get trapped in a titular demonic structure where Muzan Kabutsuji. Oh, got it. And his upper moon demons and are hiding. So this is set to be the first of 3 movies with Demon Slayer Infinity Castle 2 coming out next, and then will mark the end of the popular anime. So you can head over to gamesradar.com to read more about it. And before you do that, has a 96 Rotten Tomato score there. So boom. That's pretty good. That's
phenomenal movie,
That's
guys.
phenomenal. That is a good job.
Watch the anime first.
Watch the anime first. So I'm headed over to the Instagram chat. So we had Adrian says, Ahman, I'm a female tackle football player and the inventor of the Blitz Champs NFL game. How do I send you some samples? Drop it in my Instagram DM as an Adrian. Hopefully I'm saying your name correctly. Please do that. So I appreciate my man Tony Ortiz in the chat on Instagram. Also Ty Crawford. What's up? Shout out to y'all. Hey, we got some good stuff coming up. We got tonight. Tyrone will be on NIL TV Esports at 8:30. I believe that's usually his start time. And Tony, hey, I know you're a Warzone guy. You might as well jump up with Ty on that. I might be up late. I don't know. We got Kyle Campbell in the chat. Cheese Talk. We know that's a Packer fan for sure. That's in the chat on Instagram. Over here, we have Dory Rocks and Cosmic Cali connected. Speedy, what's good? Oh, yeah, Speedy, what's up, man? That's the guy that's helping me through my my cleansing right now, Akido. So I talked about that a little earlier on the show.
I had a conversation with Cole. I'm like, I can't tell Ahman what I had for breakfast.
It's all good. And no, you got a woo side, man. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. So
yeah,
shout out to the people. Shout out to the people that is on Instagram following. Nobody's on YouTube in the chat. Nobody's on what is this? Oh, X. And I can't find where you look at the live feed on LinkedIn. So that one's just a wash. So let's head over to I know at the end of this month or start of the month of October, we're gonna have another Pros versus Joe esports showdown. So anybody in the chat that jumps on some Call of Duty or some
Moose.
2K.
Cowboy Natty.
Or Cowboy Natty, Moose Meat, where you at?
Moose Meat, get in.
We get some Call of Duty going on. We'll get some Madden or some 2K because basketball will be right around the corner. Mortal Kombat, Guilty Gear, or some Street Fighter to see where your gaming skills. If you are all around gamer, jump in that Pros versus Joe's monthly event that we're doing. I was going to try to do it at the end of September, but it looks like I got to push it to the first weekend in October. So that's what we'll do on that matchup. We had a fun time last time, Akido, didn't we?
Yeah, we had a fun time. All right, Ahman. It's a great way to learn about your friends.
Facts. You see, you find out who's gangster or not, or
real quick.
And Demontre, woo, he was hilarious.
Hey man, we were going at it. I had nothing but respect. That was great. Like
Yes. So if you have any of those games, see Hendo, he says I will join in. Yes, you have any of those games.
Yeah.
If you're in the chat, I want participation. And you could talk in the chat, but you also can jump in and game with us as well. We are also developing an NIL TV esports Discord, so we can all jump in there and just hang out, have a good time. But until that time, we will be jumping in my AhmanGreenTV Discord. So get the Discord or jump in both eventually. So get the Discord at the end of this show. Akido could throw it in the chat right now for everybody to join in for that now. But we got a little shout out coming from our sponsors with Stay Plugged In. So that was Quick His and New Byte. Stay plugged in coming up here in a second. I'll see y'all in about 26 seconds. Peace. Looking to turn your passion for gaming into a college opportunity? Stay Plugged In is the premier platform connecting esports players with college programs nationwide. Whether you're grinding on Valorant, Rocket League, or Overwatch, Stay Plugged In gives you the tools to showcase your skills and earn esports scholarships. Don't just play, get recruited. Visit staypluggedin.com and start your journey to the next level today. Boom. Earn scholarships, y'all. God. Again, I'm going to say it again. Sorry, who said this in the chat? Who was it? Go back here. Super fan, I got to say one more time. Hey, if I was 18 years old again, about 30 years ago, I'll sign up for the football team, the track team, and the esports team. Be rolling on all of them. That's what I'll be doing. So, all right, this next fun segment here. This is the week in esports history. So stuff that has went on the esports platform in the past several years. So just a year ago, we have around this time, September 4th to the 15th, is the international that happens over in, I believe, Japan or somewhere. I think it's in Asia. And it's the previous year of Dota Championship Series wrapped up around that time. So that was going on. Dota is a big international game, similar to League of Legends, a big RTS game. And it is happening around this time every year. It has been doing it for the last 20 years or so. Just to put it out there for you. Also, Canada's first Alien World Gaming Lab was built and was built in St. Clair College, revealed Canada's first publicly accessible Alienware Gaming Lab in its Esports Nexus Arena in Windsor, Ontario. So that's pretty dope. That's pretty cool. You got a big old. Have you seen Alienware's places that they do or their gear? I know you've seen their equipment.
I mean, it's been a minute. They haven't been I know they're under. Are they still under Dell? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's Dell. It's Dell right up. It's a headquarters right up in
Alienware
Austin.
Used to be
Yeah.
I don't see them as much, anymore. Best Buy was just in Best Buy,
Yeah.
Even Acer Predator desktops and stuff. But Alienware has always been top tier. I think my dad just bought an Alienware
I had a
gaming desktop. I was
one
like,
of my
what?
early PCs I had was a laptop, Alienware laptop. It was it was like 35-inch screen. It was huge.
It was huge. Those things, you walk in with an Alienware, you're going to be gaming. There ain't there's nothing else you're doing on that thing besides,
It was 2007. I was a Texan when I bought it. And I remember bringing it on an airplane on an away trip, and everybody was looking at me because it took up more than half the seating area I was sitting in. It was crazy.
I bet.
So also going on this year, I say a year ago, the Dutch Media Week Cup, a Fortnite qualifier, the first online qualifier for this regional Fortnite tournament, also took place. Then you go all the way back to 2019. The Apex Legends, your favorite game, Akido, preseason invitational took place on September 13th through the 15th. One of the largest competitive Apex Legends tournaments featuring a $500,000 prize pool concluded this week in Krakow, Poland.
Holy cow!
All up in the cold Netherlands up there in Poland.
No, I'm good.
You good?
And it goes Destiny and then Apex Legends right underneath there.
And you gotta check just for you, NIL Esports Friday, FPS Friday. Go check it out.
What about Cowboy Natty? Cowboy Natty was saying rivals. Remember, we can
do rivals.
Friday.
It can switch. I'm a nice guy. I can switch it up. Right?
Natty, I'm using you as a scapegoat. He's
man. All right, and some news and other industry developments during this time of the year. Mobile gaming growth in CEA. So we have South America, Asia, and Africa. The mobile esports scene is also in Southeast Asia. Gain traction through exact details for this week are very, very, very scarce. But during February of 2019 to now, that's when the Southeast Asia gained some traction in that space. And then also just a few weeks ago, about 10, 12 days ago, the Global Gaming League launched through slightly outside for a week launch. This event featuring artists like T-Pain, Neo was highlighted as the season celebrity of Focused Esports. So we have the R&B singers going at it, and some Street Fighter and Tekken, and I'm not sure Call of Duty if they're doing any shooters, but
I can understand T-Pain. I didn't know Neo threw down.
Neo too is down. If you remember, if you ever run across Dan Rue, he's an influencer here on social media and Twitch. He plays a little bit of everything, but he's also is a part of the GGL. And hey, I might be walking down that road too. We'll see. Never know. I know they're gonna better be ready if I start playing. They don't want
the
me.
day you start playing T-Pain and Call of Duty. That'll be hilarious.
Be on it. It's gonna be fun. All right. Oh,
he's gonna hit you with that auto tune.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh, I would die. I would be laughing my butt off. That would be hilarious. All right, let's head over to the next segment here. Actually, before we do that, we'll say hi to our friends and sponsors of the show, Lucid Sound. Check them out. Level up your game with Lucid Sound, the next evolution in gaming audio. Whether you're Team Xbox or PlayStation, Lucid Sound has you covered with premium wireless headsets for Xbox Series X, S, Xbox One, PlayStation 5, and PS4. Hear every step, every shot, and every detail loud and clear. Comfort meets clarity. Game with Lucid Sound. All right, we're into that part of the segment or part of the show. A fun one. It's not a game show, but it's close to it. It's this or that coming at you. Here we go.
This or that.
And if you see the run of show, Akido, do you see it? What the title is? Oh, there you go. I like that background. I love it.
Oh, did it actually do it? Oh, I was just messing around.
It worked.
I was just messing around.
All right, it's the food edition, Akido. So we're gonna find out your dirty deeds, your dirty secrets.
My dirty secrets. I'm open about my secrets. It's you.
I don't deny it. You just gotta ask the question.
Yeah, like the other day, what was it? The fair food, the deep fried grilled cheese sandwich.
Oh, the Frenchie. The Frenchie. Yes, if you're from Nebraska, you know what I'm talking about. Is a grilled cheese deep fried sandwich, battered. It's fried on both sides like you do a grilled cheese, and then you dunk it in some batter and you deep fry that thing and put more cheese on it if you want. Woo! So
we've been talking about diabetes so much. My Facebook ads is starting to attack me. They're like,
"Oh, you got the algorithm?"
They're like, dude, they're like, "Hey, man, stop using Ozempic and try this, whatever, the Olipod or whatever." I'm like, a constant meter. I'm like, I'm pre that. I mean, I ain't got no meter.
Oh,
I don't even
Lord.
take insulin. I was like, dang.
You on the Ozempic like that, man? You're not even in your 30.
I'm not even on. I'm not on it at all. I'm just saying. I pulled up to McDonald's and now I'm getting diabetes ads. I'm just saying.
The algorithm is real. I'll say that the algorithm is.
Dude, they attack you hard.
I have to. Oh, Cowboy Natty said I have to babysit Friday, so he might be out. So that means Apex Legends.
No, Natty, no, you don't have to. How old the kid? They can learn.
All right, here we go. Food edition. First one up on this food edition of this or that. Let me see. Let me get this back in order. Boom. All right, first one up here. I know you've done this one before. Cold pizza for breakfast or ice cream for dinner. You can ask. You can answer.
Ice cream for dinner. No, nobody eats cold pizza. If you eat cold pizza,
people eat cold pizza.
They need to be on watch. Or your personality or something. Like
I'm definitely
cold pizza.
So
unless it's good, like I mean, like it's like a dessert pizza. But if you're eating like cold sausages or cold pepperonis or something like just straight up frozen Han Solo slab pizza, don't do that.
Go on Instagram. I know people on Instagram eat some cold pizza.
That's because y'all are zombies.
What's up, Jason Swanson, man? Shout out to my man Jason. We got Warriors Antics, Decatur, Doe. Hey, pizza for sure. A Cowboy Natty said, "Cold pepperoni wins, homie." I told you, man. People be eating the pizza cold, man. YouTube, we got anybody? Oh yeah, my man C Hendo's on YouTube. He said he gonna hit me offline. What's on X? Nobody on X. And oh yeah, LinkedIn. Let me just forget about LinkedIn.
I think I did it once when I was like starving, and I mean, like I was like, it's not terrible, but I mean, like cold pizza, like.
I'm gonna do the ice cream. I've done ice cream for dinner. That's not a bad deal. You get full off of that.
I mean, at least ice cream's supposed to be cold.
Facts. That's true. That's true. All right. Next up here in the list of things to come. Let me move this.
First, Natty, babysit now. Cold pizza, man.
Oh man. Next one. Spilled ketchup on your shirt or mustard in the face. I'm gonna say ketchup on the shirt because mustard in the face. That's not going to feel good.
Mustard!
Especially gets in your eye, right?
I'd rather get at least wipe that off. Ketchup on your favorite shirt?
Well, it won't be my favorite shirt I'd never eat ketchup.
No, you don't get a choice.
It's happening because I don't eat ketchup. So I might have to go mustard in the face. I just got to make sure I keep my eyes closed. Stuff like that.
You ain't getting no ketchup out of some of those shirts, man. Go ahead then.
Facts, you're right. That's what I said. I don't eat ketchup for one reason is because it's too high in sugar. So I'm not even eating ketchup. So I know I'm getting mustard in the face.
Where the heck do you get breakfast pizza, super fan? Where are you at?
He said
diabetes.
He said cold pizza is good anytime. Breakfast pizza is good too. Although any pizza can be breakfast pizza. Facts. That's another facts. Superfan also says ketchup on the shirt. That's his pick there. Thoughts on Chicago hot dogs? Oh my God. The Chicago style hot dog, that is number one and is winning in my household. All right. They got the peppers on it. They got a full wedge of a pickle on that joint. Tomatoes, like real tomatoes chopped up on there. No ketchup. Mustard and the cucumber seasoning on it.
Oh, like the relish?
And then relish too. Oh, you could throw it. Oh my God, just stop it. I'm going to stop talking about it.
I never had a hot dog like that. Not really. I think maybe once a long time ago.
Gotcha.
Meyer Wiener default Walmart aisle hot dog you'll ever see in your life.
No, I'm going.
I need to have one of those.
To Chicago to get one of those. We got a Portillo's here in Houston, actually. We have a Portillo's, which is a Chicago
we have a Portillo's in Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Is Portillo's, I thought they had like soup or something.
No, man, they got hot dogs.
That's Potbelly.
They got hot dogs. They got Italian beef, and then burgers and milkshakes, French fries, onion rings. They got everything.
I guess everybody's partying in Omaha, Nebraska, and everyone in Nebraska.
Yeah, it's fine. Hey, it's a big game this weekend. People are hyped up. Michigan, Nebraska, gold blue about to turn purple because that big red gonna smack it on them. Next one on the list, we got burnt toast or uncooked pasta. Oh, I got to go with burnt toast. I'm definitely going to go with the uncooked pasta. That's not fun to eat at all. I've tried that, and it's not. It's
I
crazy.
mean, at least a toast, you can put some jelly on it. I don't
And you
know.
could scrape, and also you could scrape the burnt part off. You could definitely
Undercooked
do that.
pasta.
Yeah, I ain't eating undercooked pasta. That's what's the word? That's blasphemy in some households.
That's disgusting.
Right, and disgusting. So, Casey had a breakfast pizza, and I had a personal Godfather's breakfast pizza when I had an early flight years ago. Ooh,
See, that sounds
like
what's on the breakfast feel like? Just like sausages and eggs? Like, how do you make a?
Yeah, probably. We see what super fan
Like syrup instead of tomato sauce or cheese or
right. Oh man, see who else is on Discord here. We have we got Chef Bob Hanny in the chat. So that's a guy who cooks. He should know what that tastes like or what it doesn't taste like.
He's probably revolting at these choices.
Yeah, but I'm going burnt toast. Burnt toast. All right, next one. A couple more on the list. Second to last on the list, we got melted ice cream cone. Exploding soda can.
Melted ice cream cone.
I'm gonna go melted ice cream cone. I'll catch up because I rarely have a melted. My ice cream will not melt before you even get to the bottom.
I mean, even if it does, you gotta shake. Right. Melted ice cream's basically like a shake.
Facts. If you have a cup with it,
you can put that back in the freezer. Exploding soda can. What you gonna do?
Exactly. Nothing. It's all over you. It's just like the ketchup. So, melted ice cream cone. Bam. What about chat and Instagram? We got sausages and eggs and cheese on the pizza. Akido. So there you go.
Okay.
Yep. Instagram. Nothing there.
Okay.
No shout outs there. All right. Last one of the food edition. This or that. Here we go. Boom. Taco Tuesday or Waffle Wednesday. What is going down in the Akido household with this one? I gotta know. Inquiry mind.
That's not even fair. I mean,
why is it not fair?
I don't know. Like, waffles are legit, but I mean, you can't mess around with Taco Tuesday. And it's Tuesday, man. I mean, like, I didn't even want to eat tacos today. Actually, today's Wednesday.
About to say, it's Wednesday. It's Waffle Wednesday.
Now I feel mad I missed out on Taco Tuesday.
What did you miss out on?
It's not Tuesday anymore. It's Wednesday, and I don't really feel like waffles. I mean, I want tacos. True.
I might indoctrinate that in my household. We can do Taco Tuesday, and then obviously got to do a Waffle Wednesday. I like waffles. Hey, we could do a
you don't like waffles. Do you like waffles enough to forsake like a good solid street like taco or like a food vendor taco though?
It depends on what's on the waffle. You don't have to do traditional waffles. You could do like a waffle with spaghetti on it or something.
Ugh.
I wanted to throw something crazy at you. I knew you was gonna do that. Like make a waffle pizza. Make the pizza. The bottom of the pizza, the waffle. There you go.
No.
Waffle and pancakes with abs.
It's like a Belgian waffle. El Greco's in Milwaukee when I was a kid growing up. You have this waffle with apple, like caramelized apples and stuff, a scoop of ice cream and some whipped cream on it and syrup. It was heavenly. And they had a tall glass of like chocolate milk. My dad and I used to go on a Saturday. And it was amazing. It was heaven. Now I went back there and they're like, we don't really make them the way we used to and stuff. I mean, they kind of did, but not like that. They're like, we don't do the ice cream thing anymore. I'm like, man, why y'all do that, man? It's all right.
Oh, that sounds delicious, by the way.
Belgian waffle, man. Even when you go to like a hotel, when they got those waffle makers that you can turn over.
Yeah.
Those continental breakfast waffles slap. I don't know where legit.
Hey, I like it. It sounds good to me. All right, head into the next segment this week in video game history from Monday, September 15th to Friday, September 19th. We have there at the bottom scrolling back in 2005. So we're talking about 15 years ago. No, 20 years ago. 20 years ago.
Oh,
Akido. We got Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney is released in Japan on the
That's
Nintendo
crazy.
DS. The visual novel game follows a rookie defense attorney in his court cases. Then 2009, we have the highly creative puzzle game Scribble Knots is released for the Nintendo DS in America, allowing players to solve problems by writing down any noun they can think of. There you go. I wonder what that game was about. I never played it, but I was like, oh, okay. Scribble Knots. Fun game. Fun name.
I bought it for Gavin on the Switch, and he liked it. It was one of those things where I had a DS, and I mean, like, I'm pretty sure I have Scribble Knots somewhere, but it was a big thing, you know, way back when. Ace Attorney is great too. The objection where he points Phoenix right, man. That's where that whole objection, like, it's great.
Oh, okay.
And it's cool because like you're an attorney and you have to like catch the people in a lie. And like it's kind of like a mystery game, and then you basically like the client's like, oh, but how do you know this? Do, and you'll go objection, and then you're like, actually, and then he does this over and over and over again.
I like
and he like explains like it's a great game, and then
I like your sound effects. Your sound effects there.
It is. That's what he.
I love it. It's great. Sounds like fun. So my man,
play Ace Attorney.
I will do. Will do. Superfan 448 says, while Belgian waffles are amazing, put another tortilla on your plate to make another taco with the stuff that drops off. Facts. I do that all the time, by the way.
I didn't know that was a thing.
I do that. When anything that falls off my taco, that's just extra. And
so you put a tortilla underneath while
he must have been in my household. He must have been spying on me or something because I already do that.
That must be a Nebraska thing. I'll need to do some research into this.
I don't know. All right, next thing that came out in way back in the day, September 2015 now, the critically acclaimed indie role-playing game Undertale debuts on Steam. The game is known for a unique combat system, memorable characters, and engaging story. And then a game that you know very well, in 2016, Persona 5 is released in Japan for the PlayStation 3 and 4 before its global release the following year. And then something I played a little bit of in 2017, Metroid Samus Returns, the Nintendo DS is released worldwide. The remake of the 1991 Game Boy title, Metroid 2, Return of Samus. So boom, that was on the 6th. That was on the 15th. And I'll just pull out some fun stuff here. So back in 2003 on the 16th, The Simpsons Hit and Run released in North America for PlayStation 2, GameCube, Xbox, and PC. The game is widely considered one of the best video games based on a TV show. Oh, didn't know that. And we had Borderlands just dropped last week. So back on September 17th, 2012, Borderlands 2 was released for PC, PlayStation 3, Xbox 360. The looter shooter RPG continues the story of the original Borderlands with the new Vault Hunters. So this was the introduction of the Vault Hunters. So there you go. And of course, 2013, Grand Theft Auto 5 launches on PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. Quickly becoming one of the best-selling video games of all times. Oh my goodness. Yes, indeed. That is sweet. And just for you, Akido, 2010 Pokemon Black and White are released for the Nintendo DS in Japan. I know you probably was playing that for sure.
You know, this is going to sound really bad. Black and White are like some of my least favorite games, and I don't know why.
Why? You don't know why?
I do know why, but I mean like that.
Oh, but say it.
I'm not going to even go into all that right now. I didn't understand Black and White, and I need to go spend $100 to go buy that game again.
It's still $100.
Yeah.
Is it two games in one? Like two games?
No,
two cartridges?
It's like either Black or White alone is like $100, and then they came out Black and White 2, and the whole emphasis of the game was Pokemon liberation, and I don't know what
from the cages means. Or something.
Exactly. I'm like but they're stealing your Pokemon. And they're preaching Pokemon liberation. I'm like, but y'all stealing people. I don't understand. It's Black and White's really confusing. People who like Gen 5 love Gen 5. People who don't, that was back when, trash bags and stuff and ice cream cones were becoming Pokemon. And it took place in the US. And I was just kind of
Hold up, trash bags and ice cream cones were becoming Pokemon?
Look,
did you just say that?
Yes, they had Trubbish and Garbodor. If I sent you a picture,
Trubbish and Garbodor.
Garbodor, yeah.
Garbodor. Okay.
And Vanillite. And Vanillite. It's an actual
they
ice
had
cream
one called
cone.
Villain. Oh, wow. That's awesome. I did not know that. What's up, Average Historian? How you doing, bro?
What else is I gonna say? I forgot what else I was gonna say.
It'll drop back in. And the last one of the week is Mortal Kombat 1. Came out 2 years ago already. Wow. The 12th main installment, the 12th of the Mortal Kombat series was released. Oh, that's pretty cool. I did not know that.
I think it was about Borderlands 2. We should go through Borderlands.
We're going to definitely do that before the end of the year. I got some ideas. I was talking about what we can do for Ahman Green TV. That's where we do all the RPGs. So we still use my channel. All right. Let's get a nice little shout out. A word from Devour Go here. All right. See you right back. While you game, Devour Go delivers more than just food. It is the next-gen commerce platform bringing seamless ordering into the heart of gaming and entertainment. Skip the app hopping from your computer to the kitchen. Devour Go makes it easy to fuel up without missing a moment. Game on, eat up, Devour Go. All right, we're headed into the the game releases here. Oh my.
Release the games. It's time for the game releases. Game releases.
All right, we got Frostpunk 2 here, which I never played part 1, to be honest. But I have heard of it. Seems like a real fun game. Have you played it, Akado? Anybody in the chat?
Look, I ain't even got time to play games anymore. This is giving me huge Final Fantasy vibes, though.
Right, it does. So this 11
that looks like Final Fantasy 7, legit.
Right, and you would know more about that than I do. Haven't touched that yet, but I will. So fun game here. This is 11-Bit Studios is proud to announce the Frostpunk 2 will arrive on a PlayStation 5 this week on September 18th. So the console port has refined controls, allowing players to guide politics and people of New London with the palm of their hands on PS5 controller. Several improvements help tailor the control scene of gamepads and provide quick access to all vital actions. Together with the PS5 release, Cyberpunk Frostpunk 2 will be made available in 2 physical versions, the Icebreaker Edition and a pop-up diorama art book and novella, while the Whiteout Edition features a shadow box and the deluxe editions upgraded with 3 upcoming DLCs. That is Frostpunk for you there. Ooh, that looks so fun. Looks intense, right? Super intense. Yep, super intense there. What you think of that, Akado?
I mean, if you want my honest opinion, I'll probably cop it when it's like $20.
Are you gonna wait?
I mean, I got so many other games that like have come out in the past.
Right, we all do. Yes.
I look at a new game when it comes out. I'm like, look, if it ain't Z to A, Pokemon, it can wait. If it's not Pokemon, it could probably wait. Like DK Bonanza, right. I think I've touched my Switch 2 maybe twice since I bought it. Like I haven't even gone through all the Super Mario Kart, world levels.
I'm almost done with all the Mario Kart levels on there.
Then the new Sonic Kart game's coming out too, and then I mean Silksong's on Game Pass. I'm like everyone's talking about Silksong. Right. I haven't even gone through the first Hollow Knight. I'm like, and then I see games like this that look really cool, and I got Ninja Gaiden 4 coming out, and then
I know
GTA 6 will come out someday. And then,
he said never. Yeah. Grand Theft Auto. We don't know when that's going to come out.
That's what I was going to say. Right. I remember when Grand Theft Auto 5 launched, I was working at Best Buy, and it was crazy because everyone that bought a 4 gigabyte Xbox 360 couldn't play the game.
Facts. I don't
remember the game was 8 gigs.
That?
Yes, because I had everyone literally running over to the computer department to buy a USB stick to install the game on because they couldn't play it. They're like, it won't let me play the game. It's a 4 gigabyte Xbox. I'm like, why do you have a 4 gigabyte Xbox? Better yet, why did Microsoft make a 4 gigabyte Xbox?
Right. What? I did not know that.
It was a thing.
Interesting. So that is a thing. So Tyler Bates, shout out to my man Tyler Bates, Rocket League commentator in the chat. Mark Anthony.
Was he the one that I met?
No, he was out in DC. Who I met when I went out to DC for the Howard University talk.
Got
Remember
it.
that?
I was like, who's the one from Frosty Fostings?
Oh, that was Tinto.
Tinto. Got it.
Tinto. Yep. Luigi F. What's good, man? How you doing? All right, next game coming up. It's a fun game. This is a children's game. Hey, Artie might like this one, man. I'm gonna get my granddaughter on this game. This game coming up is called Mia, Child of Ages. Let's pop this thing on up.
My immediate thought, I'm like, she got a big head.
Oh.
Like, legit.
My immediate thought is, oh, this is just like Legend of Zelda. That's Zelda instead of Link. But you go think of a big head.
Look at it. Look at it.
Oh my God. The eyes through Ahman and then the eyes through Akido. There we go. Oh man. So Mia, Child of Ages, is an action adventure.
Okay.
Where you join and she grows up in the game. So she actually ages, travel through the ages. So there you go. Where you join Mia as her journey through a fractured world as she uncovers her true identity and confronts mysterious beings threatening the balance of her universe. So that's Mia Ages. Mia, Child of Ages comes out tomorrow, September 18th, on PC, but eventually on all platforms. Nintendo Switch, Switch 2, PS4, 5, Xbox One, Series X, and S. So there you go. This looks like a fun, dynamic game. It looks like it plays like, to me, it plays like this scene right there, the fighting scene, and then that scene when she was at the podium. Reminds me of Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom. Right
Yeah,
I'm
getting those vibes.
Yeah, that's what I got big vibes of right here. So super.
There ain't no way Artie's doing any of this.
You don't think Artie will do this? Or yes?
Nah.
Yes? No? Well, if you sit, I mean, I think Artie could get this. Artie, you give him. He sounds like a super genius child.
Look, he gonna start on like maybe some Crash and get some apples,
Yes,
or maybe like
collect the apples first.
I mean, like if Artie can play this game, I need to start looking at scholarships or something else. But
facts. I mean, he is. I already know it. I know I'm gonna get my granddaughter on this when she.
Like he's been playing Paw Patrol Racing.
Paw Patrol Racing?
Yeah, you can have it set to like auto drive and then he can just steer. Like I'm trying to get him up, down, left, right, B, A, X, Y, R, B,
hit the
L,
button.
B,
Yeah.
R, T, L, T. Like once
this game will do that right here. This game will do that for sure.
That game, he's gonna probably splash in the water and be amused and never leave the first board or something.
Facts. We'll look at fun, creative, exploring game. So there you go. Mia, Child of Ages. All right, let's jump on out of that.
DK mode enabled.
I had to put that in there. DK mode.
Hey, see, I could see him on Donkey Kong Bonanza just breaking stuff. He'd have a great time. He'd be like, "Look, a monkey, Dad!" Bam, 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 bam. I'm like, all right, go bananas.
Well, that's what you let him do. That's what a kid does when they play a video game, right?
He wanted to play Pokemon. I was like, "You're not ready, boy."
I did. You're not ready, boy.
I did. He was like, "I want to play it. I want to play Pokemon." I was like, "All right." So I fired up Let's Go Eevee. He looked at it for about maybe 10 minutes, and then he got tired of it. He's like, "This isn't the racing game." I'm like, "I told you it wasn't the racing game. You're thinking of Mario Kart. You said you wanted to play Pokemon. I want to play this." I'm like, "All right, well, never mind then."
Hey, I love to been in part of that conversation. So we are now into where we at? What's on screen?
Row, row, row your boat gently up the. Sorry, excuse me. It's time for what's on stream.
So we got Andor.
Row, row, row your boat.
Actually, let me get out of here. Gotta mute this over here. Forgot that. My mistake. And then expand that. There it is. Boom. So we got season 2. Welcome to the Rebellion, episode 9 of Andor. All right. This is when things we already saw. If you've been watching along, Akido, and chat.
I remember what you said last week.
The news of true. The news of Gorman massacre has now spread across the universe and has reached Coruscant. And the Empire is spinning the event, obviously, just like all big bad companies. They're trying to spin the event as a violent insurrection where the rebels, we're uprising. So rather than recognizing it as what many see provoke slaughter, Senator Diocese Oron and from Gorman is arrested early when he tries to counter the pro-imperial narrative that's on the news waves. So they are locking people up because they want to tell the truth. So it is going crazy there in Coruscant and all over the galaxy. And Mon Mothma's big speech in the Senate, where you see, we've seen from the movies, right? The big Senate area where they got the floating little modules. Right. That was a fantastic speech. And it just shows you it's the fun little things, the Easter eggs that pop up, because we know this room is also where Palpatine goes in there and basically slowly takes over and becomes, and the Senate becomes the Empire. And so Mon Mothma, she's in there. She has been grappling with this, with what to do at that time. So she's being pressured privately by her conscience, by the facts of knowing what just happened, but by the people around her to speak out against the Empire, because obviously everybody knows if you speak out against the Empire, so they're gonna come at you. I
want to interject for 1 minute here.
What's up?
So Mon Mothma's, and you're probably wondering how I know this is because I spend way too much time on social media.
No problem.
Mon Mothma's powerful speech in Andor episode "Welcome to the Rebellion" season 2, episode 9 has officially won an Emmy.
Yes, it did. I was gonna bring that up. Yep.
Oh, then you already got it then.
Yep. So they actually won 5 though. And
for the whole Andor series?
Yes. So for the whole Andor series, between Serviance, that's on Apple, The Pit, that's somewhere else on a social media app, or not social media app, but a net or streaming app. They won best episode or best season, but Andor came away with 5 Emmys, and one of them being best writing and design, of course. And a few others. I can't remember the few others, but I know
best fantasy / sci-fi costumes.
There you go.
Best editing for a drama series. Who Are You?
Yep.
And best visual effects.
Yep. And of course, that speech of Mon Mothma's in this episode. So with that speech right there, it hit the Empire hard, or hit the rebel. I'll say the Empire hard. Yeah, the Empire. I was saying that right. And now people are like, this is where, like I said, that's why the title of the episode, Welcome to the Rebellion, because now what we already know, because obviously this is just a fragment of arcs and storylines that we already know where they're going, because this is in between Revenge of the Sith and episode 4, which is New Hope. So we know all this is going on. It's going to lead to what we see in New Hope. So all of this is just why, the why, how, and who of what things got stirred up between the people of the galaxy, the Empire suppressing the people of the galaxy, and then the people of the galaxy is like, you know what? I'm tired of you to put me in, in my corner and time out, and we about to fight back. So that's where we go. Welcome to the Rebellion. So I like the name of this episode as that, and the actors, the design, this all of it's coming together. And now you've been seeing more of everybody else on screen, right? With because Cassian obviously is the main star of the show, but you see Mon Mothma, you've seen Bix, you've seen Cyril, who's now dead, but those characters that all make up the storyline are like now becoming big part of this story to kind of connect the dots that get you to New Hope, the Death Star plans, and all that stuff. So also stuff, with Mon Mothma, her room was bugged. So she and her aide, Erskine Simaja, I say that right, discovering listening devices. So Simaja helps remove one in her office, but it's revealed that Simaja is working with Luthen Real, who was the other rebellion activist out there. He was also acting as a mole protector arrangement of sorts. So she insists on proceeding despite not being able to be safely practice her speech. So she, regardless of that, she's still going forward because she has to get the word out to the other, I say rebels that she's unknown of, but also people like Governor Organa, who is Princess Leia's stepfather, pretty much. He also is like, look, we got stuff we're working on, stuff that he didn't tell her. He couldn't really tell her. He said, I can't tell you now, but we got your back. We just gotta be quiet because we don't know who's who. It's all the espionage, spying on each other going on. So Organa is being just real safe, even though he wants to tell Mon Mothma her the information she asked, but he's like, not now. He said, I don't know who's listening in, basically to save your life. Just wait and I'll let you know. And so that is kind of the big part of the episode. But got another fun things going on between Cassian and Bix. So back on Yavin 4, Cassian reconnects with Bix because he was missing her, making sure she was okay, going through what she was going through, her PTSD and things of that nature. He also tells her he wants to leave the rebellion. He's like that last little blow up where she basically killed one of her torturers and then he went through seeing Lutheran doing his own thing without Cassian's decision. It brought him to a point like, look, nobody's listening to me, and the rebellion now is going on. I just want, what? I'm gonna get out of this. I got my girlfriend or wife. That's who Bix is. He wants peace with her. So Bix appears to accept, but reluctantly. By in the morning, stuff. Her mind is back and forth, up and down, left and right. She left? He wakes up in the morning. She is gone. So she says she can't be the reason he gives up the rebellion. So she understands. So he tells her that night before, look, I'm out. We're going to go away and live on a planet in the middle of nowhere on a beach and drink Mai Tais all day. But she's like, no, you're too important. So this is, again, foreshadowing. This is another great writing why this episode won so many Emmys this past Sunday, that Bix sees how much of an influence or how much he is involved and he cannot leave at this time, even if she wants him to because she loves him as he loves her. She's like, no, you got to go. You can't go. So I'm going to go because then that'll keep him, there. So he gives up. So, he's trying to give a rebellion, but she's like, nope, you're not because you're too far deep in it. You got to finish what you started. And
Dang.
So believes he's meant for. So she says to him in the message, she leaves him. He's big. He believes he is meant for something bigger. And then another fun little Easter egg. So that was powerful, sad all at the same time because now, that relationship is officially over. But we know for what reasons and for what reasons why, basically. But a fun thing for you moviegoers, if you've seen Rogue One, right? K2SO returns, the broken Imperial security droid, if you remember from Rogue One, the KX unit that Cassian had salvaged from the Gorman massacre. Is being repaired right now. So at the end of the episode, the unit reboots. And then what now with the rebellion friendly programming, it greets the room. And this android we know as K2SO from Rogue One, if you remember. I know you've seen Rogue One, Akato, right?
It's been a minute.
Yeah, but you know what I'm talking about, the big tall robot.
Yeah.
That has a sense of humor. It's both the moment of levity and promise among all the tension, because it's a nice little gift of where we know this story is going. So if you are into Star Wars like we are, what's up next. It's Rogue One. And then right after that it's episode 4. So big themes going on here, right? So we have the public truth and rhetoric. So Mon Mothma's speech is a key moment. It draws in the sand about what the rebellion is saying publicly, and demonstrates that speaking truth can be dangerous, but it's necessary.
Yeah,
that's what she said in that speech, pretty much. So also seeing the ton of betrayal and distrust or trust. So listening devices, the mole, the compromise distraction team, these underscore how fragile alliances are and how deeply separated the Senate is, right? You think you have all these rulers of these planets and kingdoms where you can't trust nobody pretty much, and nobody wants to do anything to make it better other than Mon Mothma and then other people like Cassian that are out there fighting. So cost of resistance. All right, and this episode makes it clear that there are personal sacrifices that people got to do. Big's leaving, Mom's fear of the speech, Cassian's internal conflict to be into the rebellion or not into the rebellion, and not everyone can be a bystander. You're participating in this rebellion some way, somehow. As we know, and we got from the movie Rogue One, we got with Starfire, who is in it because her dad created the Death Star, but he made the scapegoat her name, or the thing that destroys the Death Star under her name as the code. So pretty neat how she got drugged into the fight as well. So also formations of heroes. So Mon is stepping fully into her role as a public figure. Cassian is being pushed forward into the open forms of the rebellion beyond the shadowy sabotage. So he's not hiding behind the scenes no more. And then K2SO arrival is very symbolic as well. So it's pretty cool to see all this going on, taking place, headed into Rogue One and New Hope, episode 4. So why it all matters. So this episode effectively unites previously parallel storyline, Mon Mothma's political path, because we know, if you've seen all the episodes from 1, 2, 3 to 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, she's always the one in the Senate with the one gown on, talking to everybody on the big TV screen. So there you go. Cassian's mission, continue to be part of the rebellion, eventually helping with the Death Star plans and all that fun stuff. Bust open the conspiracy and corruption in the Senate and Empire's propaganda machine. It also marks a turning point in season 2. So the rebellion becomes more than just whispers of a campaign. It becomes a public cause with leaders willing to die or be hunted for it. So now people are not really getting scared, not scared of the Empire no more. So, and then the last little bit here, the emotional stakes get higher. Big's departure highlights that some things in this fight cannot be balanced out easily. So a lot of good stuff going on. Can't wait to see the rest. We got 3-4 more episodes. Still, it's like 12 episodes of Andor season 2. So what's your thoughts there, Akido?
I'm thinking in my mind, I'm like, I gotta watch through Rebels. That's why I'm like looking up and everything else. I'm just kind of like, I'm thinking about, that's the biggest thing with Star Wars, is wondering what takes place and everything. Because I'm like, wait a minute. Because I'm thinking between that and Mando and Boba Fett and like everything, just everything in the Star Wars, extended universe stuff. I'm just like, wait a minute. Ahsoka's alive. Yeah. Where was Ahsoka through all this? I mean, I know they probably haven't written it, but she's somewhere.
She got her series. You could go watch that one.
No, but I'm saying while all this was going on, like the Jedi got murked, they're gone. She's alive somewhere. Luke ain't a thing yet, so I'm like, fine. But Ahsoka's like,
well, Luke is
older.
Kid.
I mean, like,
he's a baby. He's a baby.
He's a baby. But I'm saying Ahsoka's running around somewhere, and then I don't know. Like I said, I gotta watch Rebels because I mean, obviously, Space Jesus.
Space Jesus.
What's his name? That's what I call him. With the whales. Chat, help me. What's his name? The one they were looking for. Sabine was just looking. They were looking for him, just non-stop. That's all they talk
looking for who, when, and where.
The guy.
Who's the guy?
The guy.
You don't help me out with the guy.
He had blue hair. The Ezra. Bridger.
Oh, Ezra. Oh, okay. Yeah. From the
I call him Space Jesus because they're like, he's a Jedi somewhere. He's out there. We gotta go find him. Yeah. He's gonna save everybody. I'm like, man, what is man Ezra? Like I said, he's around
droids, there. Right? That was from
Rebels.
Rebels. It was from Rebels. And then,
Rebels is like I said, he's in there somewhere, and like the other people are in there somewhere. So I'm like, where does this all fit in while that's going on? Because I know he's older than Luke. So I'm just like, wait a minute, let me backtrack. This would have been around that same time.
Exactly. So yeah, big turning point in the series. But we got 10, 11, 12.
I feel bad 13. That he lost his girl over that, though. That's messed up.
Yeah, well, she It's going
Well, I
through
mean,
what she's going
following
through.
with Rogue One logic in mind, though, I'm like, man, you really got like, I mean, that was it. Like your life was, not that great.
Who you talking about, Cassian?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, like you got
part of the
dragged into
rebellion.
this in like 2 years. You got pretty messed up. You just wanted to leave. I don't blame you.
Yeah, and you already know how it ends in Rogue One. So
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, man,
it's pretty rough for Cassian, right? That's why he gets so hard. That's why he's so hardcore in Rogue One, because love of his life is gone. That'll harden any guy.
I mean, kinda. Unless you're frozen in carbonite or something, I guess.
Well, yeah.
I mean,
and you have a Wookiee.
Han Solo was hard. He's just kind of like, I love you. I know.
Look, she
go
said
ahead
the same thing right back.
Go
at
ahead
him.
and freeze me right quick.
I know. They know.
I know.
So yeah, we're gonna wrap up next. Well, we got a couple more weeks before we wrap up, but we're getting to the end of season 2 Andor. 5 Emmy nominated and 5 Emmy wins there for the series. Fantastic. So we'll have another episode up, episode 10, popping up next week.
It's every Star Wars series that I don't watch. I watched Acolyte. I'm like, all right, man, this Acolyte was good. Everyone hates it. I'm like, all right, whatever. Andor's, man, whatever. Andor, Emmy. I'm like, okay. How about I watch Mando? Everyone's like, I kind of watched Mando.
Mando was good.
Mando was good, but I don't think it won any Emmys.
It did not, no. And if I watched the video where it had a good point, where it's unfortunate, and you hope that it doesn't do this, but a lot of the decision makers or fans that are voting for these Emmys, they kind of just pass along movies, series like this, like sci-fi, comic book-esque, saying like it's not good, like good quality writing. When
not good quality.
I know. I'm just saying, because it's sci-fi, they just put it under like a kid's area, like, oh, this is just sci-fi, this is just Star Wars. So they're not giving us just due credit on the writing and the acting and the graphics and everything involved to make it a fantastic series. You don't just look at a TV series or a movie and say, oh yeah, it's just the writing is what did it. Like for some movies, maybe, yeah, but it's everything. It's the writing, it's the acting, it's the arcs that you see are being built at. We already know, but they're now being filled in, right? All these arcs were unknown because we all saw the big picture, right? We all saw episode 1, 2, 3, or we saw episode 4, 5, 6, and then 1, 2, 3, and then 8, 9, 10, 11. It went in the middle, and then it went back, and then it went back again, back to the future again. So to them to do it like this, George Lucas had fun. He had a fantastic idea and introduced it to us back in 1977. So with that being said, that's why where a movie, even though it's, movie series like this is done right and it's amazing acting, amazing writing, it doesn't get its just due because this is sci-fi action, so that's all. And they said that in the video too. Just it's kind of like, oh, it should get more. It should get more respect, kind of like Heath Ledger when he did Joker. And I already knew. I was like, if they look at this beyond just being a comic book movie and give him just his credit, he's going to win the Oscar. And he did. They gave him his credit, maybe more because he probably passed away. But regardless, he did it. They should have gave the Emmy to Jack Nicholson when he played the Joker in 1989 or 1988. So just people can learn to look at just stuff, not beyond just saying, oh, it's a sci-fi movie. It's a kid's type of setting. So lightsabers and pew, 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 that don't get the respect when it should. That's basically what the video said. So headed over to my gamers tips of the week to wrap up the show. We're in the sports game area. And so tip of the week, play smart, not hard. All right. What I mean by that is the tip is avoid trying to rush every play. Set up strategic plays like pick and rolls in 2K or throw balls in FIFA. When you're throwing the ball in, make sure you throw it into the right offensive player so you get the ball in and into the goal, past the goalie real fast. So you practice, watch how real sport teams play, and just replicate this as your strategy in the game. So I played football, so that makes me, it kind of gives me an advantage to play against other people in Madden and college football. That's why I know one day soon I'm gonna sit down and we're gonna have a stream with me teaching Akido how to play some Madden or some college football online. There you go. We'll go through the practice. We'll go through the skills challenge and all that fun stuff. So avoid trying to rush it. Don't rush it. Don't just start the game and not go to the tutorial of Madden. Madden has a tutorial. College football has a tutorial or practice area. 2K has it. NHL has it. FC Soccer or FIFA has it. Even Mario Kart, all the racing games, they have a practice area where you can learn how to drift in Gran Turismo and learn how to drive in Super Smash or in Super Mario Kart and all that fun stuff. So you learn the ins and outs of the game before you try to just go and be like me mad at the game. Oh, this game sucks. I'm like, did you learn how to do the fundamentals first?
I'm not gonna lie to you, Ahman.
You'd be like, no. See, I'm like, there you go.
Where's Call of Duty's tutorial?
It's called the shooting range.
No.
It is. That's a tutorial. You get to go in this firing range and learn the spray pattern of the gun. So then when you're playing,
ain't no tutorial gonna prepare you.
No, it is. Remember we did the oh no, I did this with the one summer camp. It wasn't with you. We found Fortnite has a practice area.
Yeah, they do. Like, yeah, they have that. So. They like, you know, I'm just saying, like, look, there's gonna be a Ahman Sports Camp, and there's gonna be Allen's. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, we could do it together.
Halo Sports Camp. I'd probably have some sort of hardcore sports camp where it's like, all right, look, now you do not, under no circumstances, do this outside of this room. I need you to teabag your best friend.
Oh, see, no, that's definitely not happening in Ahman Sports Camp. That is a no.
Do you see how that makes you feel? Don't do that to other people.
No, exactly. Don't do that, bro.
See, it would be a learning experience, so they can't teach you that in the tutorial. They can't teach you what we had to learn. The pain.
Right.
They can't teach you about the pain.
That ain't happening.
No, I'm kidding. I was full disclosure.
Yeah.
I'm joking.
Yeah, he's joking.
Full disclosure, I am joking for anyone like Alan said.
Yeah.
But anyway, no, like legit, if I were running a sports camp, look, all them 10-year-olds are going through Halo 3 on Legendary. First time. You're going to play Call of Duty on Veteran, and you're just going to die over and over again for about 3 hours.
Hey, that's one way you could do it. Go online or play on Legendary. Again, start away on Halo. I'm
like, all right, I'm going to set up like four of you guys LAN party. All 4 of you guys are going to go on this journey together, Legendary. I'll check back if you. I'm going to be sitting over here for Mountain Dew and just watching, just cry and scream.
You mean a glass of water?
I mean... glass of water.
Some slide drink with you there. Yeah, there it is. So Cowboy Natty says sports games have hidden button stuff that I've never figured out. No. But it's just there's stuff I'm still learning in Madden. Madden got a whole new tutorial area now. It's called Skills Trainer, and it's actually pretty legit. I'm like, oh. So that is today's show. I want to say thank you for everybody on Instagram, in the chat. YouTube was in anybody? Oh, yeah. C Hendo was in YouTube. Nobody was in X. And then LinkedIn, I don't know. I couldn't even find it. So if somebody was in the chat on LinkedIn, man, thank you for jumping in. Appreciate you as well. But everybody here on Twitch, everybody here on Instagram, appreciate you all jumping in. Akido, appreciate you as well. Everybody follow, subscribe, retweet, reshare the AG Gamers Lounge, AG_Gamers Lounge on X and Instagram, AG Ahman Green 30 on X and Instagram, Ahman Green's Gamers Lounge, as I it here on the screen. For my Twitch account, or no, my where did that? Oh, that's here. That's here.
Are they allowed to can their parents send them some money, you know, like for the sports camp, like lunch money, except for be like V-Bucks money for like
I don't know.
Some
no, you can't. I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? You can follow down below. Please follow, subscribe. We're every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. So thank you jumping in my Gamers Lounge with gaming. Don't listen to Akido. Sports and life collide. Hope you enjoyed the show and got your dose of gaming goodness and insightful conversation. Be sure to follow us, like I mentioned, on social media everywhere. Subscribe to the podcast too, and I got Believe in Packers podcast. Please download that as well. wherever you download your podcast. Join our community, gamers. Jump in the Discord. Join the Discord, please. Help me out there, Akido. Until next time, keep gaming strong, stay passionate. And this is Ahman Green and Akido signing out. Peace out.
Natty, you better join us on Halo. I swear, bro. I'm looking at you.
Oh, man. He's going to get you. He's going to get you. Let's get the music going.
And looking at you still, Natty, you better join. Get the in-laws, too.